Vice President Kembo Mohadi says he has been impressed with the progress at the Museum of African Liberation project and emphasized that Zimbabwe is writing its own story within the broader African context. He made these remarks during a tour of the construction site today, where he encouraged Zimbabweans to leverage the museum as a platform for telling the true African story.
Vice President Mohadi toured the Museum of African Liberation, Zimbabwe Defense Forces Heritage Park, Liberation Mall, and Heritage Village, all of which are integral components of the Liberation City. The Vice President said through the Museum of African Liberation, Zimbabwe had found a way of writing and curating the true African story. Establishment of the Museum of African Liberation aims to enhance and consolidate the historical, social, and cultural heritage among Africans. The Vice President said everyone who was involved in the liberation struggle would take pride in the curation of their individual and collective stories.
I realized that it's really an African or African Liberation Museum because it captures everything. It starts with the Zimbabwe itself, where I am sitting here. These are some of the weapons that we used to use during the liberation struggle. These are guns, which we used to use. And the Zimbabwe story has got its own way it is going to be told. And I'm sure that everyone who is a Zimbabwean, everyone that participated in the liberation struggle of Zimbabwe will have something to, you'll be proud anyway to come and put some artifact or say something, a statement about what actually transpired.
Vice President Mohadi added that the project will be the best in Africa.
We said that we are going to build the African Liberation Museum for the entire Africa. Each and every other country can have their own, but this one is the mother one. And we are not soliciting for any funds from the AU, but if they so wish to donate, it's welcome. But we are doing it ourselves.
Meanwhile, Ambassador Kwame Mzawas, the CEO of the Pan-African think tank, the Institute of African Knowledge, said the visit by Vice President Mohadi was to witness the progress that has been made so far. This is after the groundbreaking by President Mnangagwa in 2021. Ambassador Mzawas also said the tour aimed at assessing progress ahead of Zimbabwe hosting the African Union Mid-Year Coordination Meeting in 2027.
We have registered tremendous progress. We are now on 75% of the completion of construction of the superstructure of the museum itself. And in line with President Mnangagwa's vision of Nyika inovakwa nevenye vayo, Zimbabwe has done it alone to 75%. And trust me, Zimbabwe will do it to 100%, guided and led by His Excellency the President.
The Liberation City, which houses the museum, is projected to be a family-friendly attraction for local, regional, and international tourists. Upon completion, the facility will offer history, heritage, recreational, commercial, and amusement facilities for visitors. The project will mark a new chapter for Zimbabwe as it will preserve the history and heritage of the entire continent. Latwo Nyangu for ZN Prime at Liberation City.